Tiger Woods just dropped a hint so massive, so unexpected that the entire golf world has exploded into absolute chaos trying to decode what it means. This wasn't a casual comment or vague possibility. This was Tiger deliberately planting a seed that has everyone asking the same impossible question. Is the greatest comeback story in sports history about to deliver one final unbelievable chapter at Augusta National? What did Tiger actually say that has oddsmakers scrambling? Why are players who compete against him genuinely nervous? And could we actually be weeks away from witnessing something that seemed medically impossible just months ago? Let's be brutally honest about where Tiger Woods stands physically right now. The 2021 car crash that nearly killed him shattered his right leg so severely that doctors considered amputation. Multiple surgeries, years of rehabilitation, a fused ankle that fundamentally changed how he walks, runs, and swings a golf club. The medical consensus was clear. Tiger would be lucky to walk normally again, let alone compete at the highest level of professional golf. Playing in major championships seemed like a fantasy, and winning one felt impossible. But Tiger's done the impossible before. The 2019 Masters, coming back from 4 back surgeries that left him unable to sit in a chair for more than 20 minutes, unable to play with his kids, unable to imagine ever competing again. He won his 5th green jacket in a moment so emotionally overwhelming that grown men cried watching it happen. Tiger proved that impossible is just a word people use before he proves them wrong. Now, just weeks before the 2026 Masters, Tiger dropped a comment during a sponsor appearance that has sent shockwaves through every corner of the golf world. When asked about Augusta and whether he'd be ready to compete, Tiger didn't give his usual cautious, measured response about taking it day by day and seeing how his body feels. Instead, he smiled slightly and said something that immediately went viral across every platform. "I've been putting in work you haven't seen. Augusta feels different this year. Really different." That phrase, "work you haven't seen," detonated like a bomb across golf media. What work? Secret practice sessions? New training methods? Physical breakthroughs that haven't been made public? Tiger doesn't drop hints casually. When he says something cryptically specific like that, it means something significant is happening behind the scenes. And the golf world is absolutely losing its mind trying to figure out what. Within hours, reports started leaking from sources close to Tiger's camp. Multiple insiders described seeing Tiger at Medalist Golf Club in Florida hitting balls with a consistency and power they hadn't witnessed since before the car crash. One caddy who played alongside Tiger in a casual round described his iron play as scary good, saying Tiger was controlling distance and trajectory in ways that suggested something fundamental had changed physically. If you're getting chills from this story, smash that like button and subscribe, because Tiger's Masters hint gets even more shocking. But the most explosive detail came from a fitness trainer who works with several tour professionals and reportedly saw Tiger during a recent workout session. The trainer, speaking anonymously to a golf journalist, said Tiger's mobility looked dramatically improved compared to even 6 months ago. His ankle fusion, which was supposed to permanently limit his range of motion and explosiveness, somehow wasn't restricting him the way doctors predicted. The trainer used a phrase that immediately became the most discussed quote in golf. "He's moving like someone who thinks they can win, not someone just trying to make the cut." That distinction is absolutely crucial. Tiger's played in several tournaments since the car crash, but his goal was always just to compete, to be present, to show he could still play golf at the highest level. Winning seemed beyond realistic expectations given his physical limitations. But this hint, combined with the leaked reports about his practice sessions and improved mobility, suggests Tiger's mindset has shifted dramatically. He's not going to Augusta just to participate, he's going to compete, and maybe, impossibly, to win. Oddsmakers reacted immediately. Tiger's odds to win the 2026 Masters, which were sitting at 150 to 1 just days ago, dropped to 40 to 1 within 12 hours of his comment. That's a massive move for a player who hasn't won a tournament since 2019 and whose physical capabilities remain questionable. But the betting market reflects something the experts won't say out loud yet. Tiger Woods at Augusta National, even at 50% physically, is more dangerous than almost anyone else in the field at 100%. Current players are watching all of this with a mixture of respect and genuine nervousness. Scottie Scheffler, the world's #1 who'll enter Augusta as the favorite, was asked about Tiger's hint, and his response was telling. He said, "If Tiger thinks he can compete at Augusta, then everyone else better take him seriously. That place does something to him that defies logic." That's the world's best player admitting that Tiger Woods at the Masters operates on a different plane of reality than normal golf. Rory McIlroy, who spent his entire career chasing the career Grand Slam that only a green jacket would complete, posted on social media hours after Tiger's comment. Just one word: motivated. The implication was clear. If Tiger's coming to Augusta believing he can win, Rory's not going to let the greatest player ever add another major while Rory's still searching for his first Masters title. Tiger's hint didn't just energize his own comeback, it lit a fire under every player who'll compete at Augusta. But here's where the story gets truly fascinating and reveals something about Tiger's strategic genius that most people miss. The timing of this hint wasn't accidental. Tiger dropped it exactly 3 weeks before the Masters, giving himself just enough time to build momentum and narrative without enough time for his body to break down or for expectations to spiral completely out of control. He's managing the psychological warfare perfectly, letting everyone know he's coming while keeping the specific details mysterious enough to maintain intrigue. Behind the scenes, Augusta National officials are reportedly thrilled and terrified simultaneously. Thrilled because Tiger Woods competing seriously at the Masters generates more media attention, television viewership, and cultural impact than any other storyline in golf. Terrified because if Tiger's body fails him publicly at Augusta, it could become a tragic final chapter that overshadows the greatness of his entire career. The tournament doesn't need Tiger to be successful, but having him there believing he can win elevates everything exponentially. The medical community watching this unfolds with fascination and skepticism. Multiple orthopedic surgeons who've studied Tiger's injuries have gone on record saying his ankle fusion should make the rotational power needed for elite golf virtually impossible. The physics of the golf swing require explosive hip rotation and ankle flexibility that Tiger's hardware simply shouldn't allow. And yet, the reports from people who've seen him practice suggest he's generating clubhead speed that defies medical expectations. One sports medicine doctor, speaking to Golf Digest, offered a theory that's gaining traction. He suggested Tiger might have undergone some kind of experimental procedure or therapy that's not public knowledge yet, something cutting edge that's improved his mobility beyond what traditional ankle fusions typically allow. The doctor was careful to say he had no direct evidence, but the circumstantial indicators all pointed towards something medically significant happening that Tiger's keeping private. Phil Mickelson, who's competed against Tiger for over 2 decades and knows him better than most players, gave an interview where he said something chilling. "Never bet against Tiger Woods at Augusta National. I've learned that lesson too many times. If he's dropping hints like this, he knows something we don't." That's Phil Mickelson, a 6-time major champion, essentially admitting that Tiger operating at even partial capacity at the Masters is more threatening than most players at full strength. The practice round betting markets at Augusta have already shifted dramatically. Normally, guys like Scheffler, Jon Rahm, and Rory McIlroy draw the biggest crowds and generate the most interest. But early reports suggest Tiger's practice rounds are already getting more requests for tickets and generating more media credential applications than any other player. The golf world wants to see what he looks like, whether the hint was real substance or just Tiger being Tiger and creating psychological warfare. What makes this situation so emotionally intense is that everyone watching knows this might be the last time. Tiger's not getting younger. His body's not getting healthier. The window for one more magical run at Augusta is closing rapidly, possibly permanently. So when Tiger drops a hint like this, suggesting he's physically capable and mentally ready to compete seriously, it feels like a final gift to golf fans who've watched his career with awe and heartbreak and joy and devastation. The Masters is 3 weeks away. Tiger Woods just told the world he's coming, and he's ready. Whether that hint turns into a legitimate contention on Sunday or becomes a painful reminder that some injuries can't be overcome, nobody knows yet. But one thing is absolutely certain. The entire golf world just erupted with hope, excitement, and the belief that maybe, impossibly, we're about to witness one more Tiger Woods moment that defies everything we think we know about human capability and competitive greatness. And if that hint becomes reality, if Tiger Woods somehow contends at Augusta one final time, it won't just be a golf story. It'll be the greatest sports comeback in history, adding one final unforgettable chapter.